The old boy I work with was asking me some questions about my feeder a couple days ago, and he had seen it on the communist social media video app, and he's like, "Hey, what's the deal on that? I don't guess I ever seen you do a finished walk around video. Seen it in use, and I seen the ones where you were building it, but I want to see the whole thing up close." I said, "All right, well, I got a video of that somewhere." Well, apparently I don't, so here it is. This unit is a trip hopper. It's supposed to be a 750 pounder. Made for cubes, which I'm not using. This is what we're feeding right now. There's some ground corn, some whole corn, a whole bunch of soybean meal in there. Which in all honesty, it's pretty freaking hot. We've been grazing stockpile with the cows. That's why it's as hot as it is. And we're in the middle of the Snowmageddon 26, which turned out to not be too bad. I figured I'd just keep them on that mix because I had about 1.5 tons of it left. So we'll see how it goes when that runs out. I may change that mix up some and lighten the protein up. But back to the hopper. 3-point hitch. A friend of mine has got one on a 3-point, and I like it. Trucks are hard to get around out here a lot of times because we're in Arkansas and it's mud season. This trip hopper's got a nice gear drive, big old motor. I really like that. I wanted to be able to run it, instead of running big cables to the tractor, I wanted to put a battery on it and the control solenoids and everything on it, so that in a pinch, if this one breaks down, I can throw it on the back of another one without a lot of fuss. The control panel I've got running that. All right, this is the control panel for it, and I did put a scale on there. That's the A&A scale, 5,000 pound unit. Obviously it won't hold that, but you can power it up. Gives you a gross weight. What I do every day, zero it, run over how much I want to feed. Pretty simple. Down here, this turns the feeder on. Up is hold power. Down is momentary if I just want to bump it. That is for my light. And this is just an indicator light to show that the feeder is actually turning. And I wouldn't have put that on there except the trip hopper already had the mag switch on it for that, and it worked. And so I said, the heck with it, I'll use it. This is that mag switch right there, and this little doodad that actuates the door is what sets off the mag switch. Now this thing's got an adjustable gate on here. Since it's made for cubes, I've got it running pretty low. Uses a drag chain to feed out, which works decent. It's not perfect since it's made for cubes, but it's all right, and that's what we're shooting for. Now this thing was missing, chain was missing, this drive sprocket up in there was missing, and the original drive setup was a 3-to-1, so 3 revolutions on the input, 1 on the drive chain, and that was pretty slow. So I bumped it up. It's 2-to-1 right now. I'm seriously considering on going to a 1-to-1 ratio. It's got plenty of torque to turn it. Won't be any big deal. May do that sometime in the future. I don't know. There's my light. You can see it's conveniently placed if you're feeding at night. Try to run down a trough. You can do that. Foldable shooter. That's going away. I don't like that. That chain back drags some feed, which runs out here. And if you're feeding in a stationary trough, you're going to dump some on the ground that doesn't make it into the chute, and the chain drags it back, and you end up with a bunch of feed on the ground, and then your cows are eating in their manure and mess, and I just don't want any of those kind of problems. So we're going to change the chute up. And the last part is one of my favorites, is that set of spears on there. See them down in the down position. Got them running off a cylinder off a rear remote. I like that. I can carry that thing on that ground feed. I can fit about 950, 975 pounds in it. I can put a 4x5 bale on the back. And if I had my spear on the front, I could put 1 or 2 on the front if need be. Contrary to popular belief that you can't do anything with a little 60 horse tractor, that's BS. You can haul 3 bales, 900 pounds of feed with it, no problem. If you want to do it through a mud hole, no, bad idea. But that's it. That thing is sized to fit my quick hitch, what I do not have on there at the moment. I'll probably put it back on. That's the control box for the scale. And I mean, that's pretty much it. I like it, works pretty good. Of course, I had to spray paint my name on there because, you know, why not? Spears work good, plenty stout. They're a little fast. You got to be kind of gentle when you're popping them up and down. But overall, I'm pretty freaking happy with it. And for around here in an average winter where it's not that, it's a hell of a lot better than having it on a pickup. I should say having it on a pickup when you don't have to go down the road. I don't like roading tractors, so I probably would have it on truck if I needed a road tractor. I'll throw that caveat in there.